Hello. Today I want to talk about my guinea pig nighttime routine. So this is my guinea pig's cage, as you can tell by the guinea pig sized items and the guinea pig posters, and also the Piggy Palace poster. uh, so about the cage, I do clean it twice a week, and cleaning the cage means I take out the fleece liner. Can you see this? I lift the fleece liner out and there's just the plastic underneath, and I shake out all the poops, and these guys poop a lot. It's like pretty crazy, but I shake them all out onto the plastic. And then right here, this is like a really cool thing I added on here, because when you get this cage, usually it's just an open cubby, but I made this cover. So I have my little dustpan I keep in the cubby, and also a spray bottle, and it looks like it's cleaner, but it's empty, and I cleaned it out, and it's just half water, half vinegar. So I'll like check out all the poops, and then all the fleece is out into a laundry basket, and I sweep them all up with this little thing from Dollar Tree and into the trash, and then I spray down the bare plastic now with this vinegar and water. And this is really great because vinegar is like natural, and if the guinea pigs eat it, like if they lick some of it that's still left on there, it won't taste good, but it's not bad for them. And also this is so cheap to make, and it's not bad for the environment, so I just do that. And I just have a big like gallon of vinegar, and every time this is empty I just vinegar, water. It's pretty easy. So yeah, that's how I clean the cage, and I spray the vinegar and then I let it sit, and then I have some little microfiber towels from Dollar Tree, and I just wipe it out after I let it sit for like 5 minutes. To like, vinegar deodorizes and also dissolves calcium, so sometimes when the guinea pigs pee, if they ate too much calcium, like it can be in the pee, and then if it gets on the plastic, which it doesn't because the fleece liners I have come over the edge, but in case it soaked through or it did somehow, it dissolves that, so you don't get those white crusty spots getting on the plastic. If you have a pet, you might know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so then I have 2 sets of fleece liners, and you can actually see I just cleaned the cage today, so that is the laundry that needs to go in, but it's a bit late and I don't want to run the laundry when people are trying to sleep. So that's my other fleece liner set. It has hearts, and this one has sharks. So those blue things are the microfiber towels I used to wipe it out. And all the poops are in the trash already, which stays under the cabinet in the kitchen, so we don't need to look at poops. I'm sure you've seen some already in my other videos, like it's inevitable. But yeah, so I put the new liners in, and then these though, the sides, like I change out this every time, but these side liners I do like maybe once a month, because they don't really get that dirty, but like over time they get like hay pieces and hair, so whenever they're looking kind of weird I do those too. And all these fleece items I have, like this is one of their favorites. It's like a little donut or a swim ring, and I made this out of extra fleece I had from these other items I made. And so every time I clean the cage, I try to give them a different setup with different like little items to make it interesting for them. So we have the donut that can go anywhere, and they'll lay in it or they'll lay next to it and use it as a pillow. It's so cute. And then this is a little cave I made for them. And with guinea pigs and small animals, it's a good idea to make pee pads to go into the item. So you just have to wash this most of the time, and then, you know, every once in a while you have to wash this whole thing, but it's not super great to be washing the foam all the time, and then you don't put it in the dryer, you like let it air dry, so it's a little bit more of a hassle. So if you have this to catch most of the like dirt, that's good. And I actually made a cuddle cube too. I made a cuddle cube, which is basically a cube with 2 holes. Fun fact, every little house they have should have 2 entrances, so if one is in there and harassing the other one who's also in there, they can't block both entrances, like, and one can get out. So this is a cube, and it also has a pea pad. So the pea pads are similar in size. See, so to differentiate, I stitched, because you have to stitch in the middle to keep the fabric from like lifting off. I stitched the shape of the thing that they go into. So that's the cube and that's the cave. I thought that was cute. And then I made them a cuddle sack. This is one of the most simple things to make. There's plenty of good tutorials on YouTube. And you don't even need batting, which is just like it's like a sheet of cotton that gives it some like thickness, but you don't need it. If you just had like fabric, you could totally make one. And yeah, they love these, and it's super great because it's getting to be wintertime. It's getting kind of cold, so having all this fleece stuff helps them stay warm, especially at night. And I also made them this hammock, and it has little things where I attach it to the top, and they have buttons, which next time I do it I might use snap buttons, because the actual like proper buttons with buttonholes is kind of annoying, but I could change that. I'm just lazy. But it's up here right now, but I can also put it down here, so that's fun. I move that around once in a while. And then they have their toys, so I have a basket here with their vitamin C cookies and some toys, and I rotate which toys they have in there so they don't get bored either. And then over here is their playpen, and I let them out in the playpen for a couple hours every day, like 1 to 3 times a day, depending on how often I'm home and can actually watch them, because we do have cats, so we have to like supervise and make sure that the cats are good with them. Like, I trust the cats a lot, but I wouldn't just leave them in there and not watch. So they get to hang out in their playpen while I do the cage, or like just in the evening when I'm watching TV. They really like that. And then when we're done, we come back over to the cage, and they have their 2 water bottles here. So I gotta make sure they're full, so they're empty right now. So I'm gonna do that because it's cage cleaning day. And I already washed out their pellet bowl. They have like a cute fancy pellet bowl. This is Cravings by Chrissy Teigen. So they have nicer dishes than I do. Like, this is a common theme with my animals. They get all the nice stuff, and I just like eat eggs and oatmeal. Like, I don't know. It has like little gold stars in it. When I first got the guinea pigs, I went to Target and was looking for stuff, and this was on sale for like $2, and it's super cute, and like literally $2 for a bowl is cheaper than the pet section. Like, I don't know why pet bowls are so expensive, but I don't think I'd ever buy a pet bowl in a pet section except at Dollar Tree. It's kind of like wedding stuff, like, because it has the word in the name, they charge like way too much. I don't know. So guinea pigs, I weighed them the other day, and their Chai is a little bit overweight and Latte is getting close. So they're on a diet right now, and they still get unlimited hay, because all guinea pigs should always get unlimited hay. It makes up like 80% of the diet or something, and you know, we don't want them to like starve. It's just the hay is less dense in calories. And I keep the pellets in that little cubby too. So I have the big pellet bag over there, and then I just fill this little thing up to make it easier. And I have my 1/4 cup scoop. So the bag says the recommendation for adults is 1/8 of a cup of pellets per day per adult. So 2/8 cups would be 1/4 cup, which is this. Previously, when I was just feeding them however much they wanted, they would eat probably 3 of these scoops a day. And my other guinea pig I had as a kid could self-regulate pretty well, and I thought they would too, but apparently not. But I just feel like 1 scoop going down from 3 is pretty drastic, so I've been giving them 2, And it's been about a week now, and at first the bowl was almost empty at the end of the day, but not quite, and now it's to the point where it's empty halfway through the day. So they still get 2 of these instead of the 1 that the bag recommends, which I think is insane. But we'll see how that goes, and I'll be weighing them like probably every other week and checking. So as long as they get their weight back in the normal range on 2 scoops, that's what I'm going to do, because I did try once they were supposedly adults based on their age to only do 1 scoop a day, and I don't know, they started losing weight really fast and they were just barely adults, and it freaked me out. So then I started giving them however much they wanted, and they acted like they were starving all the time, so I don't want to do that again either. So we're at 2 scoops right now, and I'm just going to keep weighing them regularly and go by that. So I'll put my 2 scoops in this bowl. Pellet ASMR. That's some gourmet stuff right there. We only get oxbow for them. Oxbow is like high-end guinea pig food. It doesn't have any fillers or crap. It doesn't have any of those colorful pieces. You know, like if you look for guinea pig food, it should not look exciting. It should look so boring. Like the more boring it looks, the better it is for them. Those ones that have like the seeds and the colored pieces and the different shapes, totally not healthy. Like it's like looking at adult cereal. You know, like this is the plain bran flakes, and then like that stuff with the mixed colored pieces, that's like Lucky Charms, okay? Like, what do you want to feed your children? Well, I mean, if they'll eat either one, what do you want to feed them? So this is better for them, and I'm sure they prefer it. Their stomach probably feels better. Basically, it's compressed hay. And we also get oxbow hay, so they're just getting hay in 2 forms. This is just way denser and easier to eat more calories, so that's why the diet involves cutting back the pellets, but never cutting back the hay, like never. So yeah, that was the water bottles. I hope you're awake now. Put the little bowl in here. And by the way, I got them glass water bottles because this is my thing about plastic. A few years ago, there was this whole fuss about BPA and how it's bad, and it's in water bottles that are made of plastic, and it leaches in the water, and then everybody was like, we make BPA-free bottles, BPA-free, and I'm like, okay, well, cool, that's literally 1 chemical. How do you know there's not 100 other chemicals that are just as bad as BPA that we just don't know about yet? So I don't trust plastic because it is, number 1, it's porous. So any like bacteria and algae and crap can get into it and basically always be in the water, and it's not healthy for them. And like 2, it's not as environmentally friendly. It doesn't last as long, blah, blah, blah. So glass is better all around. The only downside is if you drop it on a hard surface, it's going to break, but like just don't do that. So we have glass bottles, and you're always supposed to have 2 if you have more than 1 guinea pig. So you can see I have the little holder springs right here, and for some reason these pigs only want to drink out of the bottle that's on this side. I don't know why. I've tried moving the springs a little bit. I switched the water bottles, and it doesn't matter. It's just whichever bottle is right here, that's the only one they want to drink out of. This one will be full, this one will be empty, and they'll just keep pulling on the empty one and ignore the full one. I mean, eventually they'll use it, but it's insane. So I had 2 in case they decide that they want to actually use the other one, but they really don't. They like fight over the other one. Whatever. I do have a hay rack in there. It's actually on the inside, so I check that it's full basically by sticking my hand in. So it feels like it needs some hay right now. And the reason I decided to put it on the inside is when it's on the outside, you just get so much more hay all over your carpet. And like, having guinea pigs, it's inevitable you'll have hay on your carpet anyways, but like, why would I do something that makes it even worse? So I just have a bin full of hay over here. And you can hear them. They're in the playpen and they're like, yes, hay! They love hay. So I get a nice big handful. stick it in there. So the hay rack is full now. And this is like their kitchen area. They go back there, there's the pellets, there's the hay, and then the water is in there. And then this is like the play area, and I always make sure that there's a clear path that they can run their laps around the bottom here and then through the top. So that is the case. This box I have over here, whenever I get a plain box without ink on it, I'll use it for them. And it's a corner like they can run through, so they can like hide and sleep in here, or they can just ignore it and run through it because it's still an open path. So I like to do stuff like that to maximize their space. And I'm going to put their cave back in because I had that in there. And then we'll bring the pigs over, and other than me having to wash out the water bottles and put them in here, that'll be the nighttime routine. Yeah. So I guess that was a lot to say for just a nighttime routine, but I went on a few tangents. Here's something about the toys and just these pigs in general. So you see all these websites and like PetSmart, and they always have all these fun, expensive, fancy stuff for the guinea pigs. By the way, PetSmart treats are not good for guinea pigs, most of them. They should not have like corn, soy, flour, gluten, or especially dairy. I don't know what it is, but they have like all these yogurt drops, yogurt coated whatevers. Like, no, guinea pigs cannot have dairy. They are vegan. No lactose. They're lactose intolerant. They can't throw up. You could literally kill your guinea pig by feeding them that shit. Don't do that. You know, if they get bloated, it's really uncomfortable and actually like life-threatening if it gets bad enough. So don't buy them those fancy looking treats because they look cute like little ice cream cones or whatever the heck PetSmart's doing now. If you want to get them a treat, there's these hay cubes. That's good. It's just hay. They also make, I think these are by Oxbow. They're these little dumbbells that's like compressed hay on a stick. And obviously my pigs like that. They ate to the center of this one. These are the vitamin C cookies. You should always give them vitamin C every day. And this is, I think, the best way to get it. And Oxbow makes little treats called Simple Rewards. And Oxbow does a good job of not putting crap in their treats. So this is basically like compressed hay with a little bit of fruit, whatever fruit they say. Like this one says cranberry. I have 2 left in here, something's apple and banana. But only give it to them like a couple times a week at most because fruit can give them diabetes. They're not humans. Their system works a lot different than ours, okay? That's why they can live on hay. Like, good luck us ever living on just lettuce, but system's different. So these are from duct tape or something. They're just cardboard rolls. And then I keep like paper towel rolls. And you can see that they chew on them. They like it. And I actually have a tiny one. This is from like electrical tape or something, and they really like this. And actually Marky really likes this too. He goes nuts for this. He looks like he's clapping. He'll like keep picking it up and stand on his back feet, and it's super cute. He'll like jump all over the place. So when that's out in the playpen, he'll play with it too. I get this one from Dollar Tree. It's a willow wreath, and you can see they like to chew on that one a little bit. And I think it's a seasonal thing. Maybe it's just in the spring at Dollar Tree, but if you see one and you have small pets like rodents, definitely pick one up because they like to chew on it. I always make sure there's something in the cage for them to chew on, like some kind of cardboard or wood. I do have a wood stick in here. This little wood stick. It's from one of the treats from PetSmart. They have these seeds that are stuck on there with honey, and it's really not healthy for the guinea pigs because it has the honey and it's like really sweet, but I didn't really know that until maybe a year ago that it was that bad. So I had gotten them a pack when they were really little, and I think maybe when they're babies it's not as bad because they're growing really fast, but I would give it to them once in a while and let them have a little bit and then take it back out, and once it was all eaten off, they chew on the stick too. So I've been keeping the stick and putting it in there. But you can definitely just buy plain sticks at PetSmart and not have to feed them the sugary bullshit first. But yeah, also on the cage, this, like, the pigs don't care at all, but I put little pom-poms on a string for, like, to be like little fairy lights or something. And then I made these little palm tree leaves and these felt flaps here. And this serves a dual purpose. It's fun for them to run through the flaps, which are a little bit shorter than it would need to be to reach the ramp so they don't get dirty. But also, I think it helps so the cats can't tell that they could possibly get in through here. I've never seen them get in through there, and this cage is designed with the roof that other animals can't get in, so hasn't been a problem. Hopefully it won't be. But yeah, that's the purpose of that. Also, I have portal covers on here too, and those are designed to keep the animals out of the portals, so we'll see. But yeah, that's the whole nighttime routine. And now I'll bring the pigs over and put them in the cage and we'll tell them good night. Alright, they just had some bell pepper while they were out in their playpen. So here's Latte. He's ready for his bedtime. They know it's bedtime. They also know they're getting a cookie, which you'll see in a minute. Huh. You know, Sarah better not go upstairs until you get your cookie. You better not. They really like to get snuggles before bedtime. Like, I don't know what most people think about rodents, but guinea pigs are actually really snuggly and they really love their humans. So they want a certain amount of attention every day. And Latte really likes to be snuggled up by your face. So we'll put him up here and he loves it. And he'll tell you about his day. He also works with me now that we're working from home. I have these little dog bed things like this, and I'll like have it in my lap and let him sit in my lap while I'm working, and it's really great. Yeah. Yeah. Now Chai's getting impatient. He's sitting on my lap, like nibbling on my arm. He's like, hey. See, he wants to go in the cage. Chai, you gotta be some patient. Be patient, man. Oh, he got some stuff on his mouth. What? What? Hello. Wow, that's my foot. Yeah. He's ready for bed. Okay. So put him in there. And then as soon as they hear the bag, or even before, they will demand their vitamin C cookie. Look at them. Oh, man. Here, look. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. Okay. This thing doesn't go that far. Yikes, dude. This is what the pigs look like when they want their cookies, and they used to squeak really loud and do this, and I don't know why they stopped squeaking, but that's very considerate of them, because it wasn't really squeaking, it was more like screeching or screaming. So sometimes people are trying to sleep at night, you know, so that's nice. But yeah, this is them like impatiently waiting for cookies. So they each get one cookie. Go and take it wherever to eat it. So Latte's got his in there, Chai's got his over there, and they're gonna eat their cookie. And these are the Natural Science Vitamin C cookies. You can see here they're for a bunch of different small animals. And yeah, stabilize vitamin C to support overall health in small animals. And rabbits, guinea pigs, and chinchillas of all weights get 1 tab per day. And so do, oh no, rats and degus get a 1/4 tab per day. So I don't know what a degu is, but I assume it's also a rodent. Yeah. Oh, in times of stress, vitamin C requirements may increase. I didn't know that. I don't think they've ever had a real time of stress, so yeah. These are really good. Because they're by Oxbow. Anything by Oxbow is great. Okay. Oh, this is also by Oxbow too. It's a little, it was a carrot. It had like a little carrot top, but that fell off. So it's just this now. And I did take some vitamin C cookies and smush them up and put them in here, and you can hear it's still in there, so I guess I made it too difficult to get out, but they chew on this sometimes. So they're really picky. They tend to like the free toys better, which is, I feel like, most animals, so that's good. Yeah. See, now Chai's done with his cookie, so he's just wandering around. Oh, he might be trying to steal Latte's cookie. Oh no, he's being good. Okay. That's nice. Anyway, that's our nighttime routine. So my pigs are ready for bed, and I'm just going to get them some fresh water now, and then I'll be getting ready for bed. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed watching about the piggies. Bye.